What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a $10,000 wholesale deal I recently did on some land in Texas. This was an amazing wholesale deal and it came from vacant land. So if you want to learn how to make thousands of dollars super easy from wholesaling vacant land, make sure you watch to the end of the video because this video is value packed. Other than that, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you go down below, hit the red button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go do so. Other than that, let's get right into the video. Alright, so that's right. Today we're going to be talking about a $10,000 wholesale deal I did on some land in Sealy, Texas. This was a super easy wholesale deal, but it did take a while from contract to close, right? From when we contracted the deal from the seller to actually getting it sold to an end buyer and closed, it took a while. It took about 90 days. But other than it taking a while, it was a pretty easy deal. There was a little bit of headaches and a little bit of confusion with some miscommunication with the seller, but ultimately we were able to work through all of that and get the deal closed. So first, let's talk about what marketing channel did this deal come from? How did we find the deal? We found this motivated seller that wanted to sell this land to us from cold calling marketing. As you know, cold calling marketing is my #1 favorite marketing strategy. The reason cold calling marketing is my #1 favorite marketing strategy is because it's rudimentary, it goes back to the basics. And if you think about it, right, every other marketing channel out there, bandit signs, billboards, TV commercials, all these other marketing channels, they're all leading to one place, which is the phone. They're all leading to get the prospect on the phone. Every one of these ads, every one of these marketing channels says, call us at phone number, right? And it's leading to the phone. So why not just start there? Why not just start on the phone with the prospect? I love cold calling marketing. If you want to use the same tools that I use to do cold calling marketing, there's links in the description for the dialer and the cold callers that I use. We cold called a 15 years plus residence list in order to find this motivated seller, meaning we were calling a list of data of homeowners that have owned the property for over 15 years. And that's how we found this motivated seller. Once the lead came through in our system, my sales reps here in the office started following up with that lead and talking to them more about exactly why they wanted to sell, what price they wanted, and how we could get the deal done. So now that we had the seller on the phone, we found out that she inherited the property from her parents, and she was having to pay property taxes every year, but she wasn't really using the land. She had no purpose for it, and she just wanted to sell it and make a profit now that the market value had risen and we were at an all-time high in the real estate market. It was a great time for her to sell the land that she inherited and make a profit. So now that we found out that she inherited the property and she just wanted to sell it and make a profit, we started talking to her about price. And she actually had a firm number in mind that she wanted for the property. She wanted $250,000 for the property, which was about $19,000 an acre. And when we started doing research about comparable sales in the area, we saw that acres were going for about $23,000 an acre. We used PropStream in order to find out what lots and vacant land were selling for in the area. If you don't know what PropStream is, it's an all-in-one real estate investor tool. It helps you do marketing, it helps you find out property value just like this, and it literally is so beneficial to you as a wholesaler. So that being said, there's a link in the description for a 7-day free trial of PropStream. Make sure you go sign up right now. So now that we know that acres are going for about $23,000 an acre in the area using PropStream, and she wants $19,000 an acre, it looks like we have some spread here to make some money. And land takes a while to sell, especially at full value. So we thought that, maybe we would be able to flip the land for $20,000, $21,000 an acre, and so her wanting 19 was pretty good. So we started negotiating with her and we were able to lock up the deal at like $18,500 an acre, which was a total purchase price of $240,000. We sent over the contract to her through email and we were able to get her to sign on the dotted line. Now we had the deal locked up. Now, one important thing I want to mention is in our negotiations, we were able to work in that there was going to be a 90-day close of escrow period. That's super important because land takes a while to sell. So we had 90 days here to market the deal and find an end buyer for the deal. Not only was that close of escrow of 90 days in our contract, but we also had our marketing term in the contract. In our contract, it said that we are able to market the property on the MLS, the multiple listing service, which is what realtors use to sell property. And so right when we got this deal under contract, we listed the property on the market, doing an equitable interest listing, and there you go. Now we had the deal marketed out on the best marketing channel possible on the MLS. And we listed the property for sale at $269,000. And we started getting calls, we got some showings, but ultimately no real traction till we were about 60 days in. So it took about 60 days for us to really get some good offers where we were actually making progression on selling the lot. Like I said, land takes a while to sell. And we finally got an offer that was reasonable for $255,000 with only a 5-day inspection period. So that being said, this buyer wasn't going to need much due diligence and they pretty much were ready to go on the deal. At $255,000, we were still going to need to pay a 4% commission in total because we were offering a 2% commission to the buyer's agent and a 2% commission to our agent, the seller's agent. So that's a 4% commission, which is $10,000. So if you take $255,000 minus 10, that puts us at $245,000. And like I said, we had the deal under contract for $240,000. We didn't want to just make $5,000 because we had put so much effort into the deal. So then we got the seller on the phone and we negotiated a price drop. We were able to price drop the deal by another $5,000. And now we had the deal under contract for $235,000. And we had a buyer where we were going to net $245,000, making us $10,000, which was great. Now we had the deal lined up. But a couple other crazy things came up when we gave her the call about that price drop. She told us that she bought a fence for $3,000 and apparently my sales rep told her that we would pay for it. And the reason she got this fence was her brother actually inherited the lot next door and he raised cattle on that lot and there needed to be a fence to prevent the cows from coming across into this lot that we were selling. And apparently she heard from my sales rep that we would pay for that fence, but that wasn't the case. Fortunately, I was able to negotiate and get her to not make us pay for the fence, but it was a huge issue and a huge problem because she thought we were liars and this and that, and then we didn't tell her the truth. But I swear, I went and I listened to all the phone call recordings and we never told her that we would pay for the fence. Anyways, we got that price reduction at $235,000. Now we had the paperwork all lined up for us to make a $10,000 assignment fee. We sent over all the paperwork to title. And now all the title company had to do was take that contract from open to close. So we worked with title along the transaction process, and on the day of closing, it recorded with the county. The buyer wired money, buyer signed closing docs, seller signed closing docs, it recorded with the county, and boom, the deal closed. We made $10,000. This was an awesome wholesale deal. We do a decent amount of marketing to vacant land because they're easy deals to do. Yes, they take a while longer. Yes, you don't get paid as quick on them, but they're much easier to do because you don't got to deal with all the different things that can be wrong with a house. So that being said, if you're getting motivated seller leads that want to sell vacant land and you're just sending them away saying we don't really buy vacant land, you're missing out on deals. I know it's harder to evaluate property and harder to evaluate vacant land, but if you have PropStream, you should be able to figure out value for vacant land and be able to do these deals. So make sure you're not just pushing these sellers off that want to sell land. Make sure you're making them an offer. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go down below, hit the like button, also hit the red button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.